Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here. It is a gorgeous day here in the RGV. Time for another Tacoma mod. Today I'm going to install the bracket, the track on the front of the Tacoma here for another upcoming mod. Those of you who've done this before, it's pretty simple to do, but for anybody out there who's considering it and never done it, I'm going to show you just how easy it is. First of all, you need the track. It's the same thing, I think, if not exactly, as what goes on the side. I'm not sure. I will leave the part number down below, a link to pick this up if anybody's interested. Can't remember exactly how much it costs, but if you're interested in price and availability, check that out. All you need are some Torx bit sockets. I use sockets. You could use like a screwdriver type thing, I guess. And then I'm going to use a ratchet and a drill, simply because I don't want to be ratcheting 5 bolts. There are 5 bolts that go into it. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about the track that goes right across the back of the cab there. It's exactly the same, or the same concept anyway, as what goes along the sides. Of course, it's being used to hold my roll bar on right now, or sport bar, and my little jack apparatus I made because I have the lifted truck. If you don't know what that is, check out the channel, you can find out. But let me get you on a tripod and I'll show you just how simple this is to do. Okay, let's see if my drill has enough oomph to be able to take these out. It seems to be fully charged. This drill is cool. It's got the little indicator there. Shows you, see that light up when it's fully charged. One thing I discovered, a little off topic here, but my drill actually has this little selector on the top here, 1 and 2. 1 is full power. I actually have had it set on 2 for I don't know how long, maybe forever, when it should have been on 1, and then twisted over here to the full power setting, if you will. So screwed that up, but let's see if this has enough oomph. There are 5 bolts across the front here that we need to remove. That's what's going to screw on our new rack, or track. Here we go. There you go, just that easy. And you can see they are rather long, so sitting there and doing it with a ratchet, no thanks. I'll do it the lazy man's way. So let's get the rest of these out. Started on the easiest, closest one, of course. Over here, the next one. Okay. And I do believe the way this thing is moving, it is. This is what actually holds this whole bar on. So if you want to remove this bar for some reason, this is how you do it. Wondering the way these things pull, felt like they might have been held on by Loctite or something, but they're not. No Loctite on there. Now would be a good time to do that if you're so inclined. Okay, we've got them all off. Now I've done this once before, and if I remember, trying to hold this thing up there was a kind of a pain. Don't think it's going to be that way this time. Now, there is a right and a wrong way, and I'm really not sure which is which, to be honest with you. But if you look at the bar itself, there are holes on the bottom. One here and one way down there. I'm not sure what that's for. I'm going to assume that it's for drainage, but I don't really know that, so I'm going to put those holes facing down. Taking a guess. Okay, so as far as putting this on, again, it's not rocket science. Putting those holes down, and let's make sure that our holes line up, and they do. And I'm just curious, if I turned it the other way, oops, would they line up? And they would, so you could go either way. Now, Yeah, I don't see anything else differentiating. One way is right versus one way is wrong. There's nothing written on here to tell me that it should be pointing the way I'm going to point it. No arrows, no top, bottom, nothing like that. So, I don't know. We're going to take a leap of faith and see. So it just fits up there like that. Pretty simple. Go ahead and get this bolt started in there a little. Okay, there's one. Get one more going to steady things here, hopefully. Be a little awkward. It'd be nice if I had a drill bit that was magnetic, so I could stick it on there and get it started, but really not that bad, I guess. So that's the first two. Let's go down here in the corner. Get that one going. These go in easy. What I like about this, if you can see, right in there, they are, it may not focus for you, but it is like a threaded insert. It's not just going into plastic. You see that there? So that's pretty cool. You know, you screw into plastic, and if you're like me, you always overdo it and strip it out. I've done that numerous times, unfortunately. Okay, one more. Now I will say, I am going to hand tighten these, not use the drill, because I don't want to strip them out, and I think that's the best way to do any of this kind of stuff, to be honest. So I'm just going to tighten it till the drill bogs, and then I'll hand tighten them. One more. See, this is pretty simple, isn't it? Anybody can do this mod. Huh? Okay, now, like I said, I'm gonna hand tighten the rest, and then I'll come back on and give you a little idea of what I'm gonna do with this and finish it up. Got it all tightened up. A little tip for you. Again, I had mentioned earlier that I am prone to stripping out bolts. Done it many times, and I've kind of come up with a little, it's not a trick, but a way that I do it to make sure that I don't, and I'll share that with you. What I do is I just use one hand, and just using your wrist, you know, so unless you have some kind of superhuman strength in your wrist, I just tighten it until there's a lot of pressure and I can't go any further doing it that way. Now obviously, if I was to put both hands on this and really crank, I could strip it easily. And I'll tell you what, if you are superhuman strong in your dominant hand, use your non-dominant hand. You know, in this case for me, it would be my left hand. And I would do the same thing. I would just put it in there and just use my wrist, in essence, to tighten it. I know it seems like a stupid little thing, right? But if you've stripped enough bolts like I have, you kind of figure out a good way to do stuff so that you don't do that anymore. And this seems to work pretty good for me. When I get it as tight as I can with just using my wrist, in essence, that's about all you need. So anyway, it's on, we're done. You guys can see right there. Fits right underneath the head rail or the back rail, the bed rail, whatever you want to call this on the truck. And now I'm able to put the little slide nuts in there and go ahead and affix something on. And what I'm going to do is fix or mount my recovery boards there. The idea is to go ahead and put a couple of those nuts in, the threaded nuts like you can find all over the place. Attach a aluminum, probably, bar coming down like so, and then have a screw head, or a bolt rather, come out from that bar and thread through my recovery boards down there. And then I will lock them. I've got a way, I think, to lock them up so that nobody can get them. I think that's going to work pretty well. We'll see. But that's what my plan is. That's my whole reason for doing this. I've mentioned before, I really do think that Toyota should have included this. I don't know why they decided for some reason to stop putting this in the truck. I mean, it's not that expensive, but you know, I guess when you multiply it by $250,000, it does add up a bit, and I'm sure that's why they don't do it anymore. But there you go. That's the mod. It is the, I guess we'll call it the front bed track. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know if you've done this. I know it's a pretty simple mod, but for anybody who hasn't done it before, that's how easy it is. Also, real quick, if you're interested, check out my other 2 channels. The first is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. The second is RobMotive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Sport hatchback and the Honda Civic Type R. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.